This month has been in free fall since early this year amid the chilly crypto winter. The most damaging month of the year was May, when the collapse of Terra USD sparked a round of contagion in the crypto markets, dragging down Bitcoin from 39,000 in early May to 20,000 by mid-June, a level where it currently hovers. Other cryptocurrencies naturally followed the trend, including Cardano ADA. The ADA coin price has been caught up in what is widely considered its lowest low. However, there is something about Bitcoin's history that shares striking similarities to Cardano's. Sometimes it's easy to forget that Bitcoin was once a teenager, lingering at a price level that was far from investors' expectations. It was quite normal to believe that everything was initially rosy for a cryptocurrency that had earned a dignified reputation of being the lead. However, it got caught in several thorns before it became what it is today. Bitcoin's journey has been far from smooth, as it has experienced many wild dips and pumps. It was originally worth next to nothing. The transaction that first announced Bitcoin was in October of 2009, when a Finnish computer science student, Martini Malmi, identified online as Sirius, sold 5,050 coins for $5.02, giving each Bitcoin a value of 9/100ths of a penny. The exchange took place on PayPal, and that's quite hard to believe, with so many committed to buying and selling Bitcoin nowadays. The growth in Bitcoin adoption in the early years just started slow, kind of like Cardano ADA. If you take a close look at Bitcoin's pricing data, it only goes back to November 20th, 2015. The early years were characterized by very little infrastructure, with only a few buying and selling Bitcoin, and this was just considered a hobby. Alexa Preda, a professor, noted, "There was no action to speak of, and now the news cycle. Bitcoin was a fringe phenomenon confined to a subculture of software engineering and not a financial phenomenon." The leading cryptocurrency by market cap was not even worth $1 until February of 2011, but that was when the fireworks started. By June of 2011, the Bitcoin price spiked up 30x, hitting a value of $30. This price shot did not last long, with Bitcoin dropping to $5 once again. The liquidity in late 2011 was low, and Bitcoin's foremost competitor emerged in the crypto space in October of 2011. This competition spelled some doubt among the community, accompanied by a 90% drawdown testing resolve. 2012 was uneventful, and Bitcoin closed the year around $13. The most significant year was 2013, when Bitcoin's price trajectory began to change. Exchanges, most notably Mt. Gox, handled 70% of the Bitcoin transactions. The price followed the increase in adoption. Opening in 2013 at $13, Bitcoin hit a breach of $1,000 by November of 2013. This remarkable success waned the following year after the Tokyo-based Mt. Gox witnessed a security breach with hackers, stealing $60 million from its coffers. This breathed insolvency, propelling Bitcoin to slump to around $300 by the end of the year. The CEO of crypto lending platform CoinLoan.io, Alex Volution, said, "The Mt. Gox case generally demolished investor trust in Bitcoin, and it affected the sentiment towards crypto on a much broader scale." Between 2015 and 2016, Bitcoin trudged slowly along, making the prices relatively insignificant. It closed 2016 at a price of around $1,000. The next year saw more investors pour into the asset, as an increasing media adoption began to attract the average retail customer. Fast forward to August of 2017, and Bitcoin doubled to $4,000. At that time, Bitcoin was finally starting to win doubters over. Futures contracts began trading on the CME, and many in the market felt like Bitcoin was becoming an authentic financial asset class. FOMO set in, or fear of missing out, and more people flooded in to buy this asset. With 2 years of relative silence and a consistent downtrend, many viewed Bitcoin as a fad, having failed to stabilize its price in the mainstream market. The pandemic struck and Bitcoin felt the hit. However, after that period, growth and tech stocks reflected explosive gains, and Bitcoin got everyone mesmerized. In a nutshell, it is normal to conclude that Bitcoin has had its fair share of turbulence, and Cardano is currently facing some turbulence of its own. Cardano is one of the most technically advanced cryptocurrencies in the market despite its cascading lows. It stands out as a profitable cryptocurrency to invest in. Its proof-of-stake algorithm is decentralized, scalable, and secure. It can strike a balance among these three key aspects of the blockchain, even as the network adoption grows. Beyond its technical advantages, Cardano adoption points to a cryptocurrency that is one of growth trajectory. For example, since the introduction of smart contracts back in 2021, network adoption has grown and even metaverse projects are now building on Cardano. This is an indication of the long-term growth of Cardano. In the same way, the ADA coin price predictions point to a potential for growth in the short to medium term. Bitcoin has been at the forefront of the world of cryptocurrencies. It has not only been the leading cryptocurrency, but also the go-to cryptocurrency for a majority of crypto users, thereby making it a good indicator of the crypto market in general. This turns out to be the result of a cryptocurrency that was once unattractive and plagued with a vague future. Although, as it grew in fame, it became cumbersome, slow, and expensive to use. It has effectively given investors huge returns on investments, however. While Bitcoin's roller coaster prices garner attention, it has initiated that which will ultimately affect every investor, for better and for worse. This implies that investors stick with the best no matter what happens. Many investors are attracted to Cardano, and no, it's not just about the price, but about the life within the ecosystem. The past few weeks brought pleasure to the Cardano community in terms of the weekly development report, according to which the ecosystem has not only improved in all key indicators, but some major milestones have also been achieved. Cardano has added 2 new projects that are yet to be launched but are already in the works. The total number of projects has reached 1,151 so far, with 108 already up and running. The number of native tokens on the Cardano network has advanced by 90,000 to 7.2 million, while the number of transactions on the network has increased by 500,000 since December to 56.3 million. According to the report, the Cardano development team is actively working on the Lace wallet and is now engaged with integrating decentralized applications into its desktop version. Plus, Cardano developer activity recently topped all other projects for important contributions on GitHub. The Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, has everything about Cardano figured out. In his words, the sun never sets for the project. He once stressed the importance of attracting more institutions to the network. This is also considered a strategy for its growth. Quote, "We need to make those hundreds and then eventually thousands. We need institutions like universities and nation states to actively cooperate and collaborate and have a stake in the success of the project." End quote. Moving forward, in a tweet, Trust Wallet, a non-custodial mobile cryptocurrency wallet, announced that it now supports Cardano ADA staking. The wallet was acquired back in August of 2018, which was the crypto giant's first public acquisition. Trust Wallet currently manages thousands of cryptocurrencies across 70 blockchains. Last month, Trust Wallet introduced a browser extension that can be downloaded in the Google Chrome and as well as Opera. Recently, Cardano's price is up modestly as investors are concentrating on recent US inflation data and the Fed's decision on interest rates. The 9th largest cryptocurrency rose by 3% on the 14th of December to trade at 31 cents. ADA has also garnered over 329 million in trading volume, and its market capitalization, at the time of this writing, is $10.9 billion. Investors expect the Fed to limit rate hikes to combat inflation as US inflation levels subsided in November. Since the second week of November, the smart contract token has failed to break boundaries of 30 cents and 33 cents. On-chain data from Sentiment shows that Cardano is still in good buying zone with a significant rise in the market value realized value, or MVRV ratio. This consistent growth pattern suggests investors are becoming more confident in ADA's recovery, although some holders may consider selling if the MVRV ratio drops. Regardless of the ongoing uncertainty in the crypto market and of course the global economy at large, addresses holding over 10,000 and 100,000 ADA have continued to accumulate more tokens. As the new year approaches, we expect ADA to rally to $1 since it is currently in a buying zone. From Bitcoin's history, it is amusing to think that Cardano could have the same fate. Cardano is now 5 years down the line, and if its thriving factors remain upbeat, it could experience a meteoric rise similar to Bitcoin's. Cardano may not be an overnight success, but it has enough merit to remain a top-tier competitor in crypto. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let's have them in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure to click on the subscribe and notification buttons.